Alright, ready guys? Howdy y'all. Welcome to Bane's Protection Paladin God. Alright, let's get started. So guys, for talents, for a protection paladin like myself, #1 ranked in Zaryu Mog contest, dominant gladiator, we're gonna start with a little bit of talent choices, y'all. Alright? Talent #1. Level 15 talent right here, okay? Holy Shield. Holy Shield. Juicy. Use it most of the time. I'll tell you when not to use it. But you can kind of spec a default, okay? Depending on what comp you play. We'll get to it. Blessed Hammer. If you ever played Diablo 2, shit's lit. But it's some PvE shit. You don't use it. Okay? Consecrated Hammer. Okay? What you do with Consecrated Hammer is you switch up. Okay, so basically you switch up these two talents. Holy Shield is something you don't want. It's hard to do it because if you play Repentance, let's pretend we're playing Repentance right now. Okay? Holy Shield, you don't want to use for the most part if you're playing Repentance versus a priest, a shaman, a druid, anything that can dot you. So priest, shaman, druid, pretty sure. So anything that can dot you, you don't want to use Holy Shield because if they have a dot on you and you rep them, it has a chance to break. Or if you're playing with like a mage or something, if you sheep them or something like that, you don't want to be using this because it'll break the sheep most of the time. And so you use Consecrated Hammer when you use Repentance. If you're not using Repentance and your partner doesn't have a CC that can break, you can just always use Holy Shield. So like this, you could always use Holy Shield with Hodge unless you're playing with a class that like traps or sheeps or fears or some fears usually won't break, honestly, but okay. Talent choice #2. First Avenger. Okay, First Avenger is the damage. That's a damage talent, okay? You get a lot of Avenger shields. It's like your top damage kind of thing. It's good for the most part unless you're playing Hodge. Like, okay, I'll be honest, I don't use it like at all, but it does do more damage. If you want to just do a little bit more damage, you can use it. Bastion of Twilight, never used, but honestly it could be kind of like kinky and some like, if they're only going you and you just need a button. What this button does is it reduces the damage you take, so it gives you more damage reduction technically, but I never use it. Crusader's Judgment. I always use this because it gives you 2 stacks of Judgment, which means you get your Hodge up quicker, and you can keep your taunt up easier because if they're far away you can hit them with Judgments more and refresh your taunt. It's just better in general, I would say, because your damage doesn't really matter. Third, there's Fist of Justice, you know, fisting people and shit. That's good. Use that like if you're playing some fucking like enhance prot Mistweaver, you know, something where you don't want to rep and you have something else to kind of do the rep for you, the Mistweaver for example, and you just want to stun off cooldown, or if you're training like a healer or something like that, you want to go Fist of Justice. Repentance. This is when you play like a real comp, like when you want to be a mage, when you want to transform, when you want to ascend, whatever the fuck you want to call it, when you want to Icy Veins, right? You go Repentance, okay? Repent is the trademark, you know, the legendary bubble reps, going to the gym, classic, you know. That's when you want to be a classic motherfucker, okay? You want to go to the gym, you want to just fucking rep on people, okay? Go this when you're playing with like a Feral Druid or something that doesn't have CC. So when you're playing with like a Disc Priest, usually you want to play rep versus most things nowadays because it kind of nerfed Hodge a little bit. Blending Light, and never go this shit talent. Blessing of Spell Warding, like 98% of games I go Blessing of Spell Warding. I don't care if it's bad in a game, like it's fucking lit, I love it. Basically it's just a bop that prevents all magic damage, all magic debuffs. You can bop traps, you can bop sheeps, you can bop damage, chaos bolts, etc. I pretty much go this all the time unless you're fighting like a Mistweaver fucking Demon Hunter, Warrior shit, something like that, something that can't purge or something. You can just go Cavalier and you get regular bump. But this replaces bump. Retribution Aura hits like asshole, don't use it. Hand of Protector every fucking game because it's your heal. It's what lets you heal other people. It's what's really good about prot pallies. Basically, it's really nerfed in PvP because it's been nerfed like 15 times, but it's cool. It's still better than this shit. I don't even know what this really does, to be honest. Yeah, you don't need that shit, and you don't want that shit. So yep, just Hand of Protector. Okay, Aegis. All right, let me. All right, first of all, let's leave Aegis for last. Okay, Consecrated Ground. It's basically your only slow. It's when you put Consecrate down, it slows people. That's it. Just does a little healing. It's whatever. Just go out every time. It's your only slow. Oh, I also forgot to mention something in the first year. I'll tell you after this. Okay, and then Judgment of Light. Just it used to be okay, but fuck it, dude. I like the slow. You know, the healing doesn't really fucking matter, honestly. Okay, wait. And then Aegis. Okay, Aegis is some kinky ass shit, boys, okay? Look at this, okay? You get Aegis, you spec Aegis. You know what you do with Aegis? Like, imagine your team, this is your team, bro. They're getting fucked. Like, oh, everyone's attacking this thing, right? And you're like, no, don't attack them. You know what I mean? It's like you're doing HOV or whatever the hell, Halls of Valor, you know, and you protect them, okay? That's some kinky shit. Honestly, don't ever need to go it, but it's some kinky shit. Just take Consecrated Ground. Okay, so I forgot to mention, so for Holy Shield, this makes your concentration basically increases the healing and everything you do, healing damage and all that shit. It increases like everything. So you always want to have Consecration down as a prop pally, especially when you're playing this. When you're playing Consecrated Hammer, if you can read it, it gives you the benefit of Consecrate, so you don't actually need to Consecrate. So there's some comps where you actually will go this, not just for rep, just because you don't want to Consecrate. But, yeah. Alright, and last talent. So we've got Righteous Protector, Sephirim, and Last Defender. I always go this 100% of the time. I know Yoski sometimes plays Last Defender, but okay, so what this talent does is basically every time you use your shield here, your Shield of the Righteous, basically the main priority for me is it puts your heal off cooldown. So basically you could use your heal and then you could hit people 3 times or 2 times and it'd be off cooldown. So you basically can double heal. I'll be honest, most of the time I just mash my buttons, so it's like I don't really plan it, but it's just constantly reducing your cooldowns, which is like really nice. I like it a lot. Sephirim used to play this. I forget why people don't anymore, but I don't play it. It's just another button. It basically gives you like another wings or something like that, but it consumes your shield charges, so you don't really want to. I don't think it's good, unless you're never getting trained or something. I don't think it's good. I think this is just better. Last Defender, something that you just take less damage with more shit around you. So like a Demon Lock and like something with a pet or something like that. If they're hitting you a lot, you can go this. Makes you a little tankier. So far, you lose defensive value. Yep. Alright, so honor talents. I pretty much always go Trinket. Honestly, for sub-rogues, if I was human, I would go Relent a lot. Honestly, sometimes I'm not even human. I like to go Relent because fuck sub-rogues. If you can get that one global out, basically, when you're low health as a prot, you'll be fine. So sometimes I like to go Relentless, but 90% of the time I'm Trinket. This is your taunt. As a tank, you want taunt. It gives your friends more damage, so they own harder. Shield of Virtue and the rest of them are just the shit you don't need to know. Shield of Virtue is your silence. I always still go silence. It's nerfed a bit, but it's still really fucking good. This next thing is there's the 2 talents you choose are either Cleansing Light or Luminescence. Cleansing Light is versus Assass Rogues. That's pretty much it. I've thought about using it for like Frost DKs and shit, but I don't think it's worth it. Luminescence is just like any other Luminescence on Paladins. The healing done to you gets spread out a bit, you know what I mean? It's nothing crazy, but it's better than this if it's not like an Assass Rogue or something. In this talent, I always go Sacred Duty just because shorter sack, shorter bops, shorter fucking everything, so it's lit. In this talent, you can also go okay, so this talent used to be fucking sick. It used to also Dispel, but they nerfed that. Steed of Glory is it's like the knock steed, like if you fight Prot Warriors and they knock you the Dragon Charge shit, basically just knocks you. And I always do Forgotten of Queen because it's just like another bubble for your teammates. It's bubble for you. It's just fucking really good, and it's a short cooldown. It's literally a shorter cooldown than your wall, so I mean it's pretty worth it. Okay. Taking a drink. Alright, what's next? Alright, I guess I should explain how prot works first, huh? I'm telling CD you're playing tank in threes. Okay, mana. Alright, so how you play prot paladin? Okay, so you're a tank, but you're not like a tank that just sits there and does damage and kills. You're basically, or how I like to play it, and how I guess half of the good comps for prot are played is you play repentance. So I'm gonna teach you how to play repentance. Okay, Hodge is just regular. You just fucking Hodge off cooldown. If you know how to play repentance, you know how to play Hodge. You know what I mean? So let me spec out of Vegas because that looks weird. All right. So as a prot, you're more of a support and a pretty much like a healer, a support, and a CC'er. You do about 100k damage on a good day. On a bad day, you might do like 70 or 80k damage. But your damage still obviously matters. You still want to be pressing your buttons off cooldown. So I guess I'll go over the abilities real quick. Argent Dawn is your wall. It's a cheat death in a wall. So it's a little baby wall, but it's also a cheat death. So if you go below 0% health, it'll bring you up to 12% health. Avenger's Shield, it's damage and it's also your silence when activated with Shield of Virtue, which you can't see right now because I'm not in PvP. Just damage until you activate it pretty much. Wings is wings, does damage, increases healing. Freedom. Sack is old Pally Sack, where it reduces the damage you take by 30%. I think it's actually 20% in Arena, honestly. I'm like pretty sure it's 20% in Arena. And it just transfers it to you. Same old regular Sack. Blessing of Spell Warding, that's the magic bubble. It can go into regular Bop too. Cleansing Light, it just cleanses your shit. Consecration, you always want to have this down pretty much. It empowers your healing and a bunch of shit. I'm pretty sure it empowers your damage too. It's just, you always want to have this down before your healing at least, because it empowers it. Divine Shield, it's not auto bubble. It's not auto bubble, so the din sometimes messes it up, but it's fine. Divine Steed is Divine Steed, go fast. So your artifact's actually pretty cool. Your artifact, I'll show you on this target dummy. When you press it, it goes on the 2 enemy targets, or if I went here, it would go on all 3. It's basically like an AoE around you, and whoever it hits, it reduces the damage they do to you. So it's really important to use. For example, I love using it versus like Bloodlust, for example. Like every time they Bloodlust, you can just line up your artifact, and it really kind of fucks the Bloodlust a good amount. Like, you basically want to line it up with cooldowns. Like pre-doing it and everything, it's amazing. If you can get a cooldown with it, it's really good. That prevents your death a lot. So yeah, that's all it does basically. You can AMS it and you can like cloak it and shit like that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to pre-cloak it and pre-AMS it. No, you can. Okay, probably not. You can cloak and AMS it. Flashlight, just a little heal. You don't really cast it too much, but you can honestly, like, if your partner's dying, right? If this was my partner right next to me, if your partner's dying and shit, and you have no instant heal, no peel, nothing you can really do, you can cast like 1 or 2 of these. They don't heal that much. This is outside of Arena, just saying. Guardian of Ancient Kings. Okay, so in PvP, this turns into the Guardian of the Forgotten Queen. It's basically a bubble for you or your teammate. It takes a global, so careful with that. I fucked that up plenty of times, boys. Should you stay Hydra as a prot? Definitely, because you have the most activities to do, so you don't want to overexert yourself. Hammer of Justice, just Hammer of Justice. If you're playing Hodge spec, it gets reduced. If you're not playing Hodge spec, it doesn't. This is your just regular attack. It does a little bit of AoE. It gets empowered by Consecrate. It's just, it's your filler. It's your 1. You know what I mean? On any class, it's your 1. You know what I mean? This is your taunt. It turns into like Inquisition or whatever. You just keep that up at all times as much as you can on the target you guys are hitting. This is your heal. It turns into a heal in PvP, or not just for yourself. It turns into a heal for. Oh, I think it's even. Okay, it's out of PvP too. So this just heals your enemy. It's much less in Arena. It's like 10% of the missing health or something, maybe 12%. Judgment, this is what you use to refresh your Taunt and your Fist of Justice stacks to get a, you basically use Judgment off cooldown, basically, but you have 2 stacks of it with the spec I play. Lay on Hands, you can't use. Rebuke is your kick. You can't use. Repentance is Repentance. You either go Repentance or Hodge. Repentance if you're playing like a CC kind of Paladin, and Hodge if you're just fucking tanking people. Shield of Righteous, so this is like one of your harder hitting abilities. It has no global cooldown. There's 3 stacks to it, and it reduces the damage you take by a significant amount. I'll check, like, I don't know if it's different outside of PvP. Yeah, it's probably different. It's probably like 20% in PvP. So, basically, anytime you know someone's going on you, like if a rogue's on you, you know about their go, just spam them out. The perfect way to play is honestly to save this until they know they're gonna go you, but like real talk, if you're good enough at healing on prot, like you can just spam it. This also reduces the, see, I'll show you guys. So I'll heal, okay, my heal's right here, you see where it is? I'll heal, and if you use this with the spec I play, it goes down, you know, so you can basically get 2 heals. Or, 2 heals pretty instantly, and then the third one like 5 seconds. So it's really good if you're playing super try hard, you want to save this till you're in trouble or your teammate's in trouble and just get those heals off or something. But for the most part, you can just press it as a damage button kind of thing. Smoke break, dude? Nah. Okay, so those are my abilities. So basically, I'll probably play. I would go in arena, right? These are 3 people. I'll be fucking like putting taunt on this guy, right? But it stays up. Okay, it's like PvP taunt, right? Oh, wait. Let me go to the PvP vendor guy, whatever. Alright, so you put taunt up, right? It's like, whoa, dude. Okay, so most of the time you got like at least a partner, you know what I mean? What's up, Maestros? You got at least a partner, so you got like 2 or 3 stacks of it. So you constantly want to keep this up, even when you're getting kited. Sometimes it bugs out, but even when you're getting kited, you can kind of judgment and keep it up there. A lot of times this prot actually bugs out and it doesn't stay for some reason. It just bugs out. It's been bugged for a long time, Blizzard. Yeah, and then other than that, you just want to kind of spam your 1 when there's nothing else to do. You want to get your judgments out to do max damage. You want to Avenger Shield off cooldown. I just silence there. Well, it's actually the wrong icon for silence, but silence there. You just want to, kind of just spam your buttons. Make sure you have concentration down the whole time. So that's pretty much how you do damage. You just fucking, it's just like any other class. The damage, same thing. So in PvP, you have this Shield of Virtue, which is your silence. It doesn't look like how it looked like just then, I'll show you. It looks like the icon right now, the Shield of Virtue icon. That's how it looks when it silences. For some reason it's bugged on this. Okay, so it shows both. Okay, see this one right here? That's what it looks like. It's a 4-second silence, 45-second cooldown. Basically your job is a prot. Let's say you're playing Prot Feral, okay, the classic Prot Feral. Basically, your job is to Hodge the healer. Let's say you're playing against Disc Priest X, okay? Disc Priest, whatever. Basically, your job is to Hodge healer or get a stun on healer, and your main goal is to get a rep on healer. So you can use silence in a lot of ways. Hodge is just Hodge. Try to Hodge him, try to get a rep. Versus a good team or equal skill team, you'll probably get kicked on it. Try to juke a lot. Juking is really, really important. I haven't played a lot of CC classes other than Feral as clone. And man, juking is it's really simple in an intense game because they know they have to stop it, so you just cast it for like, I don't have a regular rep because I just use rep 1, 2, 3, but let me put a rep on my bar, okay? You just cast it here. For some reason it's not working. It's an invalid target. Lovely. Oh wow, that's cool. Alright, so anyway, you cast it and you juke it. With the Feral on your team, it's really cool to utilize like roots, for example. So usually you won't get in the Hodge, let's say, and then you can also silence to get it. But let's say it's a priest, so he has death, right? So you silence him so he can't death, for example. If you have like good coordination with your Feral and stuff, you can root it there because you don't have Shimmer. I'm like a shitty mage basically. I have a cooldown on Poly, and I don't have Shimmer, so it's really good to like utilize the roots there, so you can silence and then root them at the same time, and you can't really death or do anything. And by the time the Hodge is off, they've probably already used your kicks. You're already off kick DR, so the silence gives that extra umph to potentially get the CC mixed in with like a root or something. What is my transmog? I'll get to that AWeb. It's fucking lit. Oh wait, I gotta fix it too. Holy shit. So you're basically, your goal is to get reps. It's basically to get sheeps the whole time. You play like a mage. You really do. You literally just play the whole game to get sheeps, and then you kill them. Basically, you're a mage that doesn't do damage, but you also help your team. And by helping your team, there's a few like scripts you can use, like not like actual scripts, but like scripts versus teams. Like for Lust, for example, like Magic Pop 1, sack everyone, because you can sack everyone. Like let's say you're fighting Enhancement Warrior or something like that, or Enhancement. Let's just say like Enhancement Red, so Magic Pop's fucking insane. So you know they go on your healer and they fucking attack, and they pop Lust. You can just Magic Pop that one, and they'll take like no damage. That's a good script to line it up with like cooldowns basically. Like Icy Veins, it's so good to Magic Pop Icy Veins, but you gotta remember Magic Pop can be MD'd. So you gotta like versus like Disc Priest, or Shadow Priest, you gotta make sure it doesn't get MD'd, or it's it's like bubble, it's off basically. So yeah, you basically just play. You rotate your cooldowns a lot. You spam your heal off cooldown like all the time. The whole game you want to just constantly be healing. Your heal. Oh, I forgot to mention this. Your heal does way more when your target's lower. So let's say your partner's at 10% health, and you use your heal. It's gonna heal him to like 30% or 40% or something, or not 40% anymore. But like you'll probably heal him to 20-30%, rather than if he's at 50%, he'll heal him like 5%. So the lower your target is, the bigger your heal is, which is like an amazing fucking thing. So yeah. So basically do that, and then you just do your damage rotation, and you constantly just communicate with your partners, coordinate your cooldowns, and just get Hodge reps and stun reps and root reps, and basically just try to sheep. Also heals more when you're in conk. Yeah, also heals more when you're in conk, unless you're playing Consecrated Hammer, which the conk doesn't matter. But yeah, if you're playing this, everything you do should be in Consecrate. Everything you do should be in Consecrate. And I don't want to say this, but because a lot of people don't do this, but I mean, I guess I will. This is gonna be really bad for me to say, because a lot of people are very stupid, very stupid. So there's a weird thing where when you consecrate, your partners can't see it for some reason. I don't know. I don't think that's right. I think your partner should be able to see your AoE on the ground for fucking obvious reasons. But basically, if you consecrate, man, and there's a prot pally on the team, and he's trying to rep you and shit, it's a lot of the times I've repped so many people where they're so like they don't even think of it, and it's so good to just. Like if I juke all your kicks or something like that, and you have no stop or whatever, you just walk into consecrate, and if he doesn't consecrate, then he loses on some heals and shit like that. But well, if he's playing the spec, but it's a big counterplay to just walk in consecrate. Just keep your eye out where consecrate is, and especially if you're getting rep. There's only a few players who really like utilize it pretty well, so that's like a huge thing that a lot of people don't do. What else? So basically, the play style is you have a lot of defensive cooldowns. You want to rotate your defensive cooldowns. You want to constantly be healing. You want to constantly be doing damage, and you want to always be on the lookout to get a full rep or CC. If you're playing Hodge spec, I'll give you an example. Like Prot Enhance Mistweaver is you play Hodge game. Basically, what you do is you just Hodge when your monk incaps, and you just coordinate that, and eventually the target dies. You just cross CC it. So, when you're playing Hodge, sometimes you can use it just for like, instead of rep, you can use Hodge sometimes just to guarantee the CC. But I prefer rep more because it's just more fun. Play some scrims. Want me to play a motherfucking scrim? Alright, look at this shit. I don't know how long this queue is. Should be short. We'll play a scrim. We'll show you guys how to help your partners out. Alright, what else do we have in here? Comps, strengths, weaknesses, macros. Okay, so roll/win condition. Roll/win condition is feels ignored. Man, Cracker, I'm trying to do a guide right now, dog. What's up, dog? What did I say? Roll/win condition. So yeah, your win condition's rep. I kind of just explained it. Your role is a support and a CC'er, and that's it. You're a support and CC'er, and you don't do a lot of damage. So you play with classes that do a lot of damage, and you buff their damage, and you get the CC, and you hope you win, basically. in real as fuck talk, you're literally rogue mage in a sense. Like if you were to play with a rogue, you're basically rogue mage with just more defensive cooldowns and less burst. It's literally the same thing. You just have more cooldowns, but your goal is always the same. Like how you win the game is from CC. So, or how you win most games. Like yeah, I'd say like 70% of games you win by CC. Okay, so this is Skirm. I'll kind of show you guys. Hopefully it's a comp I can rep. Oh, I need to fix my Mog. Oh, Jesus, don't look at me. Oh my god, this is embarrassing as hell. I gotta go like this. So embarrassing. Oh, we match. We match. We match. Alright, so I'm gonna play rep here, even though it's... This is twos. You're gonna play Hodge in this matchup, but I'll just play rep. So Frost Mage doesn't have any dots, so I'm pretty sure I'm safe to play rep. I don't know who we're gonna kill. Pick one to kill. Alright, I'll rep the other for science. We're killing Windwalker. We're gonna chrep the mage, boys. We're gonna chrep the mage, man. Man. This is Icy Veins, boys. You want to see the script? You want to see the script, bro? Want to see me juke kick? Juke kick like it's my job. Half rep, baby. Into silence, boys. Taunts up. That's it. That's it. There it is. You know, there it is. Now, this is a 2's DPS. This is a skirmish. I'm just saying. Like, it's not, you know, you know. I juked the CS, he got rep there because I juked the CS. You know what I mean? You gotta do the little things that count. You know what I mean? Like, you wanna see me juke the CS again, man? Come here. Oh, my holy shield killed him. Fuck. So you won't really get the feel unless I play threes. Which I will play after this guide, so if anyone's watching this VOD, I'd probably have a lot of VODs of prot. So, yeah. Okay. So macros. Let's go over okay, wait, comps. Okay, so comps. We're gonna go over comps, okay? For comps, ready for this? COMPS. I like, and this is my personal choice of comps that I found to be like strong, okay? Prot Feral. Very good. Its strengths on Prot Feral are versus Disc Priests, Holy Paladins, Mistweaver Monks, sometimes Shamans, not super often. So those are the strengths of that. We're really good versus those healers. And with Prot Feral, you always play 90% of the time you play rep. Sometimes you don't play rep versus like Resto Shamans or something. But 90% of the time, I even play rep versus Resto Druids because eventually you will get a rep. Like if you're being so annoying the whole game, like, and if it's a dampener, because obviously if you're fighting a Resto Druid, it's got to be a dampener, unless you're a huge cleave. So it's gonna be a dampener, and eventually you'll land that rep. So I like to play versus Druids too. I also like to rot Druids, especially if I'm playing with a Feral. It's good to rot Druids, and I still like to play rep because eventually we might get a rep and we might win the game on a DPS. You know, it's just that random chance. So as Prot Feral, I always play rep, and usually I play with Consecrated Hammer because I don't want the rep to break ever. The only time if you're playing rep, the only time you don't play Consecrated Hammer is versus like a Mistweaver versus a Paladin, and that's it. Versus a Mistweaver and a Paladin. Those are the only things I can't abuse Holy Shield. Even though a lot of fucking people don't know that. They don't know, like, they just don't know. So, yeah. Good night, ma'am. It was good. Alright. Okay, so what I was saying, okay, so second comp would be Protection Paladin, Mistweaver, Enhance, and that's a comp you usually play Hodge with. And what you do is basically you Hodge the kill target and your Enhance like lusts and pounds them, right? With your Mistweaver as well. But when you Hodge your kill target, you also either silence or incap the healer, which basically what incap does is it takes away from your rep. It's on the same DR, so it's considered more of like a, you know, a stupid friendly comp, you know, because you're playing Hodge. You don't, basically you don't need to do anything. You're like any other tank. You just run at the guy, you Hodge and cross EC and you kill. So that's a really like kind of brain dead way to play it. But that comp is actually really fucking fun. So if you do play prot, I'd recommend trying that if you have the partners for it. It's actually really fun. I really like prot feral too, but it's really dependent on you to get the reps and juke the kicks and shit like that. So I would say it's definitely harder to play than enhanced prot. Third comp, which this is the definition of a dampener, okay? The third comp is Ellie, Prot Pally, Resto Druid. Now, my logic is the only way to beat a Resto Druid is to have a Resto Druid. You know, the only way to, you know, and sometimes a Shaman, but Shamans don't do that well with prots. But the only way to beat a Resto Druid as a prot Pally at least, like, consistently, is honestly running that comp, because that is literally the most dampening comp ever. Like, you could play to live for that comp for so long, especially if you're fighting like warrior or melee that can't touch the fucking the Ellie ever, you know, and the Ellie can just abuse them. Like, eventually that shit dampens really hard. Like, a lot of prot comps don't actually dampen really hard. It depends on what healer you fight. It's not really like prots just don't die, you know. They it's not like you as a prot you can win the game before dampening in any game except versus like a Resto Druid or a Shaman if they're playing good. Other games you usually kill before dampening. But as that comp's like pure dampening. You just wait for dampening. You just run the whole time. You just do fucking Ellie stuff. You play Hodge in that comp too. Usually you just Hodge the healer off cooldown or Hodge whoever off cooldown, and eventually the Ellie just kills the healer, just kills everyone. That comp's really aids. Like, it's really aids. And I really hope this music is not fucking copyrighted. I'm really hoping. But, so yeah, that comp's really dampening. So those are honestly my three comps that I think are really good. Another comp's like Assassination or Prot. I feel like it's like a Feral Prot, but just a little weaker. Very scared about the music here, boys. Should we turn on some Monster Cat? Music stream. Monster Cat is not Can someone tell me, is Monster Cat copyright? Yeah, that was my mom. Turn on music. Okay. So where was I? Oh yeah, so those are the three comps, and the Assassination Prot's pretty much like a weaker Feral comp. Those are the three comps that I found. I honestly think Prot Sub-Rogue is fucking insane, but it's very hard to get Sub-Rogues to play with me. Okay, so those are the comps. What's next? Macros? Yeah, let's do macros. Oh, wait. So let me tell you the strengths of Enhanced Mistweaver first. So Enhanced Mistweaver Prot, the strengths, you fucking own Rock Cleaves. Basically, as Feral Prot, you lose to like Rock Cleaves, you lose to Shadow Priest mainly. You lose basically to Rot, like fucking Rot that you can't kill. So with a Shaman or a Druid or something like that. So as Enhanced Mistweaver Prot, you fucking own like Shadow Priest. You literally own Shadow Priest. You own locks. You own a lot of cloth targets. Like you just own. Now Feral Prot is better into like a Rogue Mage than Enhanced Prot. So it's like a completely different ball field basically. Like, so if you had a team, like my team when I was competing, we had Enhanced Prot and we had Feral Prot. And it basically was like this perfect place where if we won blind, you know, you would almost guarantee the series versus most teams. It depends on what team it was. But we would be able to beat the Rot, and we'd be able to beat like the Cleaves and shit like that. So those are the benefits and negatives of both of those. As Ellie and Druid, I haven't played way too much of it, but I'm pretty sure it can beat like anything. I'm pretty sure it can beat any comp if you play really well. You just have to play really well. You just have to dampen. Like really well as in defensive. Like you just literally can't die. You just don't die. And yeah, so that's just like an overall. All right, macros. So can I get my macros out here? Okay, perfect. So my macros for Paladin are just Blessing of Protection, Party 1, 2. All my macros are basically Party 1 and 2 and Arena 1, 2, 3. Okay, so here's Blessing of Protection 1, 2. Here's Dispel 1, 2. Here's Freedom 1, 2. This is Focus Hodge. This looks like Divine Shield. Show tooltip. Like it shows the different tooltip. So this is just Focus Hammer of Justice. Just looks like Divine Shield because it's down here, just next to him. It makes you see it easier. This is Focus Judgment. Honestly, I don't use it much. The only place you use it is the only place I've really seen myself using it is if you're trying to like rep a priest and you like juke death and they have no kicks or something, and then he like shadow mends himself. You have to hit the priest to get the shadow mend off. So that's when this can come in handy. Flashlight 1, 2. Just Rebuke. It's just kick, focus kick. Okay, this is a show tooltip, and this does Avenger Shield. Okay, so this is a ret one, and this is I put 2 in 1 basically. So this does Avenger Shields. This is basically my silence when I have Shield of Virtue activated. This is my Arena 1 for silence. This is my Arena 2 for silence. This is my Arena 3 for silence. This is kick 1, this is kick 2, this is kick 3. This is Hodge 1, Hodge 2, Hodge 3. This is Sack 1. This is also some warrior shit. I just added it in here. Sack 1, this is Sack 2. This is Heal 1, this is Heal 2. This is Kick 2, or this is a different macro. See, this is my ret kick 2. And this one here is my prot kick 2. This is my silence 2, same thing. It was just I had my ret silence over there, or whatever, ret kick 2 or whatever. Then this is kick 3, same thing. Then this is just my focus judgment. It just shows its consecration. Alright, I think that's it. Oh, and I have rep 1, 2, 3 somewhere. It's just grayed out because I'm not. I've rep 1, 2, 3 somewhere. I don't know where though. See, it's a question mark. It's one of these question marks. Anyway, rep 1, 2, 3, 2. So those are basically my macros. Nothing really fancy. There was nothing fancy there. Best transmogs. We'll get to that later. How to not get depressed while playing prot paladin. Okay, so this is an important subject, guys. How to not get depressed when playing prot paladin. So when playing prot paladin, a lot of guys will look at you as the bad guy. A lot of guys compare it to playing like prot warrior. But if you're playing rep and stuff like that, they know in their hearts, and you know, that you're not playing a prot warrior. And yeah, like I said, them deep down in their hearts, they know too. So you got to take that in effect. It depends what comp you're playing. If you're playing a Hodge comp as a prot, you may deserve some hate. Okay, you may deserve some hate. But if you're playing like prot feral or any rep comp, it's their fault they lost. For the most part, unless it's like a paladin. Paladins you can just, it's usually pretty easy. If it's a priest, honestly, if it's a Mistweaver, sometimes it should be pretty fucking hard. It is their fault that they get repped. So if you ever get whispered and you just want to game by like repping and getting CC, report their ass. Report their dumb ass. Fuck those guys, okay? So, because they get sheeped, they get mad at you. Fuck those. You just report them. Give them a little report. Give them a 2-day ban. You know what I mean? I forget where I was going with that. Okay, so yeah, okay. So yeah, people will tend to, especially first. Okay, so me personally, I don't get many whispers anymore because I've been doing this for years now. I'm a veteran protector. So I don't get whispered that often, but sometimes I still get whispered. If you guys really want to know what I get whispered, it's pretty much
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for the host. It's pretty much something about my weight, and I'm a loser, and I should, sometimes people even say you should, yourself, and shit like that. Like when I started, I got a lot of shit and I lost a lot of friends, honestly. Like your friends list, like I've played with people and their friends list, they literally lose friends. And it's kind of sad. It's actually kind of sad, especially when I'm playing rep, because it's their fucking fault. So it's kind of sad that people will actually remove people for playing with me, because it's most of the time it's their fault they lost. It's not our fucking fault and shit like that. So people are gonna whisper you bad shit because you play prot, but deep inside you gotta keep it strong and know if you're playing rep, you won because they suck and they missed the CC. They fucked up, and you can tell them that. You can be like, the only reason we won, and it's not because of prot, it's because you couldn't kick a fucking non-shimmer cooldown polymorph. You couldn't stop a fucking polymorph. You suck ass. I would love to see you versus rogue mage. That's what you tell them. You tell them that. And yeah, and you take what they say and you laugh at them. You laugh at them. You don't go ha 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 ha. You don't go that. You can't see, but I just typed ha ha ha. Okay, you just laugh. You're like, oh, this guy just got fucked. He's mad. He got fucked. So if people whisper you and your friends lose friends and you lose friends, it's just what it is, dog. Like, honestly, if you play another prot spec, you play prot warrior, it's fucking scummy. If you just play Hodge every game, it's pretty fucking scummy. But it is harder than prot warrior in general, even if you are Hodge, especially if you're rep. Don't play other tanks. If you're gonna play a tank and you want to play like a fun tank, like it depends. Okay. So it depends on your personality and how you feel fun is. If you feel like fun is just fucking smorking and shit, then you just go fucking prot warrior or something like that. But if you like mage, if you like CCing, if you like winning with CC, especially as prot disc feral, like it feels so fucking good. It feels legit so fucking good to beat people, especially when you fight people that don't like you and they can just get fucking pissed off. Okay, it's fucking hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. And so yeah, that's how you not get depressed playing prot. Probably is you play rep and you fucking own people and you feel good about it, and then like even if someone calls you a loser and your friends calling you a loser and shit, you can tell them fuck off because they fucked up. Okay, so positioning as prot. I mean, if you want me to be honest, I mean, your positioning is a melee. So let's say you're hitting a mage or something, you can't really control your positioning that well. Sometimes you can play like goalie. Like let's say, hold on, let me drop some shit on you guys. Right, ready for this shit? Okay, so here we got a red marker or a white marker. Here we got a red marker. Okay, we're gonna make Nagrand here. Okay, this is Nagrand right here. Okay. You see Nagrand? See these 4 pillars? Starting room right here, right? Oh, gates open. Oh, okay. So I'm hitting this like let's say it's a DK. Okay, let's say this guy's a DK. So I'm pounding on him, right? And his holy pally, right? He's got holy pally's a little easy, but let's say his holy pally's just right behind this pillar, just So I'm attacking this DK, my feral's on him, I got my taunt up, right? So I go over here, he's on focus. I go, Hodge, full Hodge, full Hodge. I'm going for a rep here, going for a rep. I juke kick, I juke kick, I juke kick, I juke kick. I get rep, okay? Your positioning is, okay, that doesn't really show positioning, okay? But anyway, game continues on. You're still in the middle here. And the Paladin's lining you and stuff. Sometimes you can go over here and still judgment the guy to keep your taunt up, because your damage doesn't really matter. And you kind of abuse him by like casting rep right here, making him go over on, making him like switch, over here. Then you cross over, like over here. You're like, oh yeah, I'm cutting you off now. You're playing goalie there, but you got to make sure you keep your taunt up. You got to make sure you're judging this guy. So you got to keep turning. Judge this guy. And keep playing goalie like that until like you get a Hodge, you get a bash, you get a root. You pretty much Hodge, bash, root, something to keep him in place where you can actually get a rep because you don't have shimmer. And that's basically the position. Like you're a CC bot. You want to get CC, at least while playing prot feral. If you're playing fucking enhance whatever, you're sitting here smacking the DK, your monk's like, yo, I'm gonna go for an incap. Okay, now I'm the monk, right? Going for an incap. Okay, he incaps him and you Hodge this guy. Okay, so that's what you do. That's the low brain right there. But the high brain is when you're playing goalie. You know, you're keeping your tone up. Boom, 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 boom. Silence. Oh my God, got him. Full rep. You know, that's the shit right there. Okay. Okay, next, best emote for pissing people off. Now, the absolute best emote. Now, I don't emote often, but there's a few people I emote. Okay, there's a few people that deserve the emote. You know what I mean? Because any shaman or druid deserves the emote. Deserves an emote. If you are a prot pally and you fight a shaman or druid, they deserve an emote. Okay, if they lose, they deserve an emote. Especially if you're playing rep. This is all for prot feral. Okay, and we're not teaching Hodge here. We're teaching rep. Okay, so druids should never get repped. Shamans should never get repped. So sometimes, as you guys know, I go to the gym quite often. I work out a lot every day. I try to go every day. I work out. I fucking do the reps. I fucking bench like I do fucking 10, 12 reps a game. You know what I mean? Like I don't fuck around with my repentances. So when you're fighting a druid, a lot of the times I'm just spam casting and you never get it. It's like oh. You know, hopefully your druid's rotting them. But eventually in dampening, sometimes you get the rep. Okay? And I fought some shamans, not to name any names. There's some shamans out there, you know, one or two. I don't know. I don't understand personally, but people just are bad. So when these shamans that you don't like, when you take them to the gym and you just clapping them up, spanking them up, right? You're just getting rep after rep. Oh, rep into half rep. Fuck it. You know, this guy's not shifting or something like that. You know, and the you know, these guys spit on your. You give them the best emote here is you give them a slash question. You can't see what I'm typing, but you question them because what are they doing? You know, what are they doing? You know, the question, and then you just leave it at that. One question. You don't spam shit. Spam shit is fucking childish. It's more laughable. You know, if someone's spamming you with fucking emotes, it's like, are you fucking, you know, are you stupid or dumb? You know, it's kind of like that. So, you know, when you get a full rep on this motherfucker right here, True Story TV, when you get a full rep and pretend he's a druid or a shaman or something, you get a full rep and they die, and they die because of the rep, you're just like, slash question. What are you doing? What are you doing, dude? You know, and you leave it at that. You leave it at that, and instantly after that, you usually see people AFK out and stuff like that, and you just know you planted the seed. You know, if they're gonna keep queuing that day, and they keep getting you or something like that, you planted the seed that it's just such a subtle. Because they know they fucked up. They know they got smacked on, you know what I mean? Or at least that individual knows they got smacked on, you know what I mean? So, that's what you do. You just do the question. You just, because no one should lose to a prop pally, honestly, unless you're a, like, holy pally team. Like, Disc Priest should never lose to a prop pally. Well, any good Disc Priest comp should never lose to a prop pally. Mistweaver potentially could lose to a prop pally. But it's hard. Like it's really all about their kicks and their performance on how to get reps. So, or how to not get repped. So yeah, just give them a question. That's it. Just keep it casual. Just give them a question, or you can give them a guffaw. Have you guys ever heard of a guffaw? Guffaw. You can, if you're feeling fucking spicy, if you're feeling angry, if you just want to fucking like spit in their face, you don't do spit. Fucking 10-year-olds do that shit, okay? You don't do spit. You do guffaw. Guffaw. They don't even know what the fuck that means, okay? I've been doing guffaw since I was 17, you know? Guffaw, what the fuck is guffaw? You know, no one knows. But it's just a mental shit on. They have to Google that shit and they're like, oh, this guy's an idiot, you know? Like, easy. I don't do the guffaws. There's no one I really dislike that much to give them the guffaw. They, you know, anyone I dislike or dislike, they basically get the passive guffaw, you know? They they guffaw themselves. Thanks, Osiris, dude. Guffaw. 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 That's classic. It's a classic. Alright, so that's best emo for pissing people off, okay? The last thing was how to find a healer who actually wants to heal it. Honestly, I don't have an answer to that. It's Guffaw, G-U-F-F, I'll type it into G-U-F-F-A-W, Guffaw, /Guffaw. Okay, so, what was the last thing here? Well, okay, yeah, so how to get people to play with you? I'll be honest, it's probably impossible. It's, a lot of people think it's nerfed. A lot of lower players, I'm sure, don't even know it exists. Especially if they don't watch Twitch or something. You have to have a friend, like, because you're gonna be bad. Like, prot has a lot of buttons. Like, that's why a lot of people don't play prot pally. I swear, no one has, like, very few people have the binds for prot pally. So you're probably gonna be pretty bad when you start. And it's maybe dampening games, you may lose them. And when you lose a dampening game, especially your first couple, because you're gonna need at least, I would say, like, at least, like, 20, 30 games to be, like, efficient. You know what I mean? Efficient healing and shit. Hell yeah, dude. Ooh. Snuts? Dude, thanks, Snuts, dude. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness, man. Thank you, man.
Stream dream less than 3. Love you, buddy.
Dude, I love you too, Snuts. Okay, so healer who wants to heal it. Oh, man, Snuts. Make me cheer up. Thanks, dude. Okay, so, yeah, to find a healer, like, I don't know. Honestly, you're not gonna find a healer. I don't know how to, like, unless you have a friend who, like, watches. Honestly, you probably need to just watch my stream, dude. Like, have, like, a fucking healer who watches my stream and, like, and then you watch the stream and you're like, yo, dude, we should try this and, like, we should put time into it because it works or something like that. Like, you're not gonna be able to find a fucking healer, dude. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you get healers, dude. Like, maybe for prot enhanced Mistweaver, maybe you can get some Mistweavers. I don't know, dude. They have to be, like, they have to be pretty deep into Twitch and, like, know the shit and shit like that. So, so yeah. So that's pretty hard. But any other things? Okay, so next we have the best transmog. So I'm gonna pick out the 3 best protection Paladin transmogs. Now, I'll be honest, I don't have the artifact weapon, and the artifact weapon is definitely a part of a transmog. I had that shit last year at LAN. Oh my god, it was so juicy, man. So juicy. So I gotta do that sometime. But anything else I should add to this guide, y'all, before we do the transmog? Any other ideas? How do you become a great healer? I mean, I'm not a healer, but I see the difference in disc priests, and it's fucking weird. Like, some disc priests heal a fuck ton and you feel safe all the time, and some don't heal, and I don't know what makes that. Like, I don't know. Some like, it's just very good fucking awareness as a healer is, like, so fucking important. Top 3 Amogs is a Guffaw. What do you mean is a Guffaw? Repent te je la bana. What's best healer for it? My roommate will do it. So if you're playing Prot Feral, the best healer is a Disc Priest. Another healer that can work is maybe Paladin, but Disc Priest for sure. If you can get a Disc Priest, that's for sure. If you're playing with an Enhanced, the best healer is for sure Mistweaver. You can kind of make it work with Holy Pally and kind of with Disc Priest, but if you want to kill those Shadow Priests and Lock teams, if you get a Mistweaver, it's prime. And honestly, I think a lot of prot comps, like, I think you could play double Druid Feral, double Druid Prot Pally, like, Druid Healer. I think Druid Healers are probably the best fucking healers for prot if you really, like, you gotta understand the games will be super fucking damp, but it's such a good fucking healer that it'll work. You know what I mean? That'll be some fucking damp shit. So, alright, we're playing Prot Feral Disc. See you at the top, baby. Oh, hell yeah, dude. It's kind of, you gotta get the strats out. I would suggest watching my VODs, but you can't unless you're a Sprout, to be honest, but there's definitely some strats, you know what I mean? We're ready for that 5 a.m. damp? Oh, you know it. I'll see you there. I've never tried to actually say it. Palez, dude. I'll see you there, bro. Sprout life. That's right. Okay, so do we go to explain the strats dog? Bro, I can't. Like, you just, like, it's... wait, Palez. Oh, okay, Palez. Okay, that makes more sense, sorry. Did you go over PvP talents? Yeah, I did. These are basically it. So. The second L is silent. Okay, Palez. Put up a prop pod. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to make it one of them not sub only. But I'm gonna VOD this whole thing I just did. Pretty sure I started at, I'll find it. I started at like probably 20, probably 30 minutes ago, maybe 40 minutes ago. I don't know. I'll find the VOD. I'll VOD this. Okay, so top 3 transmog. Now, obviously, I have won the Zaryu transmog contest. So if I'm gonna be honest, oh, I gotta fix my mug. Oh my god, this is embarrassing. Don't actually look, please. Seriously, don't look. Hold on. This is embarrassing. My goodness.
Officer B coming in with the sack now. License and registration.
Yo, AWeb 45, dude. 2 months in a row. Rate your mug. Let me see this shit. Dude, you have the weapon, man. Ooh, that's a juicy mug. I like the weapon is so good, man. I'm jealous. Yo, thank you for sprouting, dude. That's a juicy mug, dude. Just for the weapon, I'd give that a flat 7. So I'll give it an 8. I'll give it an 8. Well, but what weapon is that? That's the Mage Tower. Okay, guys. Yeah, I think prot distro could work. I agree. Okay, guys. So, number 1 mog in America for the protecting Paladin is Benedin Bruh, the legendary mog. The legendary, absolutely. Now let me give you guys an inspection here, okay? So what we got with this legendary mug comes with a beautiful chest piece mashed up with some beautiful fucking pants. Just absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Those gloves are good. Best gloves you can get as prot or as plate, sadly, but you're still good gloves. That helm, that's that cash money. You know, when there's a good mug, you're investing some cash money. I don't go for free mogs, bro. Like, I'm buying my fucking mug. I'm spending money on my mug because my mug ain't cheap. You know what I mean? My mug ain't cheap. I go for that heavy shit, dog. Alright? That heavy shit. Matched up with the dominant gladiator. The bruh. The bruh. Wow. Look at that sword. Look at how that sword matches the helm. Look at how that sword matches the helm. Wow. Wow. Now let's scroll on. Wow. Look at how that sword matches the shield and the helm. Wow, the same blue, absolutely beautiful, pumping out frost. Beautiful. Wow. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. You guys can stop now. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I know. Thank you. Thank you. Everyone, calm down. Calm down. Calm down, guys. Guys, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's enough. Okay. Thank you. Whew. All right. All right. So second mog. Now. I only go with the best. I only go with the best, okay? So I might not own some of these second grade mogs, but we can kind of take a quick peek at them. We can kind of give them a little judgment. Because, I mean, if you want to know, if you want the best mogs in the game, I can log on my Feral right now. Second best mog in the game, my Feral has it. That's it. That's it. That's how it is. Now, let's start with chest plates. You see, I don't really collect second grade mogs, so it's going to be kind of hard. Now, I used to rock with the fire set. Alright, so let me give you a little sneak peek. And I don't think it's completely finished, but I used to rock with this fire set, okay? I used to fuck with this. Now make sure you come to a realization the hair's not done. You know, we're not going all in for this. But it's just a casual classic, you know what I mean? It's nothing too intense, it's just a casual classic, okay? So, you know, don't get too riled up. You know, I might not have the perfect weapon here and stuff like that, but it's a casual classic. Like, what else can I say? You know, we're gonna go with, yeah, these aren't the best weapons, but if you really wanted me to look, I could look for somewhere. You know, this will work. This is a little fucking pounder, dude. Just pounding, dude. But yeah, see, I don't have the shield. I don't have the shield, honestly. The shield, we're just gonna go with this, but this is a gross shield. The gross shield. It's a classic. That's a classic shield. That's a classic right there. So this, I would probably say, is if you had the Mage Tower weapon, if there's one in red, definitely look absolutely stunning in this. Now this is a second grade kind of Mog. You know, bruh has it on the side, but bruh doesn't really. I don't really, like I said, I don't really fuck with second grade Mogs. But you know, it's all right. You know, it's all right. Like, you know, second grade shit. You know, so thank you. I know it's not that good, but it's not. It's really nothing. But you know, it's a fashion statement. I can understand that, and I understand how you guys can appreciate that. As the dominant gladiator I am. So it's enough, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, and that's. I would say that keep in mind the hair's not done. The shield's wrong. The weapon's wrong. Yeah, that's secondary Mog. Now, if you really want, I could show you guys. I could build you guys a Mog. Do you guys want me to build you a Mog? If you're a protection paladin, I can build you a Mog right now. Okay, I'll build you a Mog. A Mog I'll probably never get because it's fucking hard to do this shit, and I already have the best Mog, like I said. But let me build you guys a quick Mog, okay? Show Feral Mog. I will show Feral Mog right after this. Right after this. I just need to build you guys, like, I know you guys probably can't get the Mog I was just wearing, not this red one, but before that, the best Mog in the game. You guys probably can't afford that and shit, you know, it's fine. So, it's a lot, it's a couple thousand, so. A couple $1,000, so. Let me just build you guys a quick Mog here, though. What do you guys like? I'm assuming you guys are a little fruity. You guys like a little, like, you guys want like a little pink or something like that? I'm assuming you guys are looking for like a pink, a purple, kind of just, you know, fucking fruiting around, you know. So let me see what I can make for you guys. There's something like a little like this. You guys probably like something like that, you know what I mean? So we'll look for a little some. Oh, you know, ooh. That's a nice one. That's a nice one. I know you boys are looking for something a little more like this, you know. Looking for a little fruit in the salad, you know what I mean? You guys want a little fruit in your salad. Yeah, so I think you guys would probably go with like, I think you guys would probably like something like this. And we'll move on here to the pants here. It's a nice Twitch chat Mog. Yeah. Let's have some weird taste. Or we got a little teal, a little gross yellow. A little teal, a little gross yellow. You know, we're looking at that. Yeah, I think you guys are feeling that. Yeah, you guys are definitely feeling that. And then we could go with like a little, just like a little. Like, let me see what you guys would like. Like, I know you guys would like that, but it doesn't match the Mog right now, guys. Sorry. But it doesn't match. No, you're wrong. That's exactly what you would like, and you know that. What's up, Red? Who is the dude that sold bad? That's Cubski. Cubski TV. Cubski TV. Now, let's see. You guys probably like something ugly like that, right? Maybe something along the line. You know, something like that's fine. Let's just leave it at that. Yeah, it's, I know you guys like you know, you guys don't really have fashion, so I'm trying to step my shit down for you guys. It's kind of, if you want to believe me, it's kind of difficult. You know, like I'm more of a fashion expert. You know, I think this is good. I think you'd like just the casual. You just want some slippers. I can see that. I can see that for sure. Now let's get you guys a little helm, right? I know exactly what kind. Wow, I want that. Wait, how, can I get this? Can I transmog that? Wait, can I actually transmog that? You guys would love that. This is perfect for you guys. Let's go with a little helm. Yeah, come for something you never leave home. Exactly, it's perfect. It's perfect. Alright, now you guys want a little weapon, huh? You guys want just a little weapon here, huh? Let's give you guys a sword, you know, because I know you guys love swords. You love playing with swords. You love holding swords.
Officer being coming in with the sack now.
You know, around here.
License and registration.
You're really loving the swords, dog. Yo, thanks for the Twitch Prime round here. Welcome to the bean sprout. Come on, give him some bean sprouts, boys. Give him some bean sprouts. So, like I said, you guys are really. I'm assuming you guys would want the long sword. Like, oh, I know you guys would love something like that. Yep. Okay. So. Yeah, you guys would like that. It's a little. I kind of like that, honestly. Some diction. It's kind of, you know, it's like a. You know, we'll keep like. Oh, maybe like this. I know a lot of you boys like that, huh? You guys definitely like this sword, huh? All right, we'll keep you guys with this sword for now. Definitely like the. Yeah, definitely like that. Yeah, I mean, you like a Parallels? Oh god. Alright, now a little shield. Now I know you guys like your flavor, okay? So perfect. Look at that. You guys look great. Perfect Twitch Mog. This is probably the third best, even though it was a quick setup, it was a quick, you know, bringing it on here. But I feel like Parallels. I feel like you guys like this, right? Like, this is something you guys would rock. I mean, I would rate it like a 6. But, I mean, it's probably the best you guys could do, you know, so. Bean Xmog competition when? Ooh, I don't know if I have enough, like, viewers and shit for an Xmog competition. I would love to do an Xmog competition, actually. That'd be cool. So, yeah, there you go, Twitch. And now, that's the end of the guide, unless you guys have any other questions about prot paladins. And I'll clip this and I'll save it as a VOD. Only subs will be able to watch it, so yeah. Druid guide, we're doing the Druid guide at 200 subs. We're doing a Feral Druid guide at 200 subs. Judgment set base for pallies. Oh, I like judgments. I actually do like judgments, so, you know, but yeah. Those are two-handed swords? Bruh. Oh, you guys like a little something like this, probably, right? Like some, yeah, there you go. There you go, now you look cool, huh? How many subs are now? We're at like 155, I think it says it on the screen. The bean sprouts, yeah, we're like at 155 or something. Okay, so that's the prop pally guide. And you're welcome for your transmog idea. That was free. Don't worry about paying for that. That was free, all free. Okay, it's the free right there. Oh, boys, you know, we may have some games to play, boys. I probably could do a better mug. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, careful! Close your eyes. Close your eyes. It might hurt. It might hurt. It's so good. Oh my god. Let me get to. Okay, you can open them. Whew. Sorry. Sometimes the fire from my mog, it fucking burns. You know what I mean? It fucking burns. So, I'm gonna let everyone's eyes recover here. I know it was bright. It's like bling, bling, bling. You know, I got some bling, bling on my Feral Druid. You know, so let me get down to the ground. All right. Are you guys ready? Are you ready to see the second best mog in the game? This is not a prop pally mog anymore. This is the second best mog in the game. Ready? Just give it some silence. Hold on. Just let everyone relax. I'm going to give you guys a minute here just to relax, okay? Just relax. Take it in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Deep breaths, guys. Deep breaths with me, okay? Everyone, deep breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Perfect. Perfect. Everyone relaxed? Okay, so you can open your eyes now if you have them closed. Now this mod, this is a classic, and it's extremely unique. Extremely unique. Name me a player who has... Now I have 2 mods to show you. I have 2 mods to show you. This is honestly my alt mod, but it has turned out to be the best mod, the second best mod in the game. Hello, Kakolo. Welcome. Now, this mod was crafted from the ancients back in Wrath of the Lich King. You know how Wrath of the Lich King is supposed to be frozen? Well, there was a fucking deep, flaming fucking heart in that expansion. And that heart crafted some of this gear that you will not see anywhere fucking else. I am the only person to get to the core and rip out the heart and bring it to my own fucking mod. So this right here, you would say this is the second best mod in the game. First being my prot Paladin. It's fucking insane. Look at the tail. Perfectly comes out of the tail hole. Absolutely perfectly comes out of the tail hole. Look at that. Wags around. See the deep accent in my skin here. Just portrays through the shirt and through the sleeves. Not wearing a shirt, sorry. A chest. Beautiful accents. Beautiful accents. Wow. I almost wanted... I'm tempted to just draw right now. I'm very tempted here. Hold on. I am... Wow. Wow. This is really good, actually. It's a really good angle. Wow. This isn't as deep res as I want. The heart of the fire is deeper than this. It's not letting me customize it. I need a deep red. They don't have the deep I need. They really don't. It's kind of sad. We're gonna start with the hat here. Wow. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna give it some abstract flames. Oh, no, no, no. Wow. Alright, sorry about that. Sorry guys, the artwork is calling. That's it. That's insane. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. That's amazing.